Coming up this morning for you on Daybreak, Springfield's only medical marijuana dispensary has been out of stock for a few weeks. We'll tell you what the issue is. And we have a follow-up from a shooting we brought you news about in August. Also, one organization in Arkansas is making sure veterans' families don't go hungry this Christmas. We'll explain how, coming up this morning on Daybreak. Good morning to everyone out there. Today is Wednesday, December 23rd. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Morano. Jennifer has the morning off, but we've got news and weather for you for one more hour as meteorologist TJ Springer is in the house this morning. TJ, we're inching closer and closer to that big Christmas day, which also is on a Friday, so it makes a lot of people happy.
Little by little, right? And today's, I was just talking to our good friends Kevin and Liz, and they were all in the festive spirit over there at the Dove.
Of course. So it's always good to hear from them, and glad that they're doing well. Glad that they swung by Daybreak earlier this week as well.
That was so much fun. Yeah, we're tracking some changes out there this morning, Joe, that's for sure. A cold front on the horizon going to bring some colder air for sure, and some blustery winds already. Look at Joplin, over 40 miles per hour. Seeing some shades of lighter purple. That means I think we're getting closer to 50 miles per hour ahead of this cold front. And as it marches through the Ozarks, we're going to start to see our temperatures tumble behind it as winds do take over from the northwest. Those wind advisories are in play until 6 o'clock this evening, including the Springfield Metro. Not all of our counties, but a good chunk of them. And that means we could have those gusts near 50 miles per hour. So make sure any of your holiday decor is safe and secure. Temperatures are in the 50s. We're mild ahead of this front. 57 in Monette, 55 in Springfield, 59 in Clinton and Joplin, even in the 60s just about in parts of northeastern Oklahoma. We have the clouds thickening up as this boundary is working closer to us, and we're going to have to watch out for some showers as we head through the morning. In our wagging and walking forecast, say hello to Andy. How cute is he? Temperatures will fall through the evening, and then we really take the tumble through the overnight. And we'll talk more about that, and of course, what comes for our Christmas holiday in just a bit. Joe?
Old Route 66 Wellness is Springfield's only medical marijuana dispensary as of right now, but it's been out of stock for a few weeks. Owner John Lopez says there are more than 10 cultivation sites in the state, but only about 3 have harvested the product. The number of dispensaries opening up across Missouri continues to increase, too. So manufacturers are starting to open, and it is just spread too thin. There are also a handful of manufacturers opening up, meaning there is even less to go around. He says getting a small amount in every few days means opening their doors doesn't make as much sense.
If we get a small amount in, we would sell out of it in less than a day most of the time. And so saying that we're open on Facebook and online and announcing all of that and not having enough supply for more than a day, people get more frustrated with that than just waiting.
Old Route 66 expects to open again around New Year's Eve. Spending the holidays in the hospital, of course, can be difficult, but that's why one Northwest Arkansas hospital staff is getting creative to help patients through this time. Nyjah McDonald is in studio this morning to tell us how. Nyjah.
Yeah, Joe, well, good morning. Being home for Christmas is not possible for some patients this year. Now, in the era of COVID-19, many patients now spend time with family members by video chat. Staff at Washington Regional Medical Center in Fayetteville, Arkansas, say it's especially important for families to connect during the holidays. So they have a handful of devices that patients can use. The staff is also spreading holiday cheer to the littlest patients at the hospital.
Actually, we're wrapped up like little Christmas gifts with bows, so it's very sweet. Really important this time of year and in this year that we spread a little cheer to our patients, and we try to be that support and provide that togetherness for them while they're here. They were able to have Santa come into the NICU and visit with those families and provide a gift for the families of the children who are in the NICU.
Well, Callie said the staff is working to make sure patients have a great Christmas, even if they have to spend it in the hospital.
It's Nyjah McDonald reporting it this morning. Thank you. We need to follow up on a crime story we told you about in August, as several charges have been dropped against the man originally connected to a shooting in the Club Rodeo parking lot. 27-year-old Dimitri Dudley was facing both assault and armed criminal action charges after an argument inside the club led to a fight. One person was shot, but they survived. In recent testimony, the victim said Dudley wasn't the shooter and was standing in a group behind the victim. A witness told a judge that the real shooter was across the parking lot. To our knowledge, the prosecutor's office has not charged anyone new. Dimitri Dudley is still facing an unlawful use of a weapons charge because a gun was found inside the vehicle he was in. That driver, Montavious Warren, is charged with resisting arrest. Springfield police have announced the results of DWI saturation enforcement that happened on Friday. Officers made 6 arrests for driving while intoxicated and 2 arrests for drug violations. They also issued 15 moving violation citations and 16 warnings. The operation was funded by a grant from MoDOT. This next story for you is Positively Ozarks. That was the annual tree lighting event at Good Samaritan Boys Ranch in Brighton, Missouri. Both the staff and kids got into the Christmas spirit lighting that tree up. 75 kids ages 11 to 18 are on the ranch currently. Several sponsors came through this year to donate gifts and money to them.
It's about making it feel a little bit like home, and that people care about them, and that we're just not going to forget about what they need.
The nonprofit still needs winter clothing like coats, gloves, and hats, plus cowboy boots for its horseback riding program. Nearly 300 Taney County students are enjoying some early Christmas gifts. The Junior Auxiliary Ladies Group of Taney County hosted its annual Christmas shopping experience for children. They got to choose 4 different items, mostly made by the volunteers of the group. The women have done this for 7 years and didn't want to let the pandemic slow them down once again. Very good to see that they were able to benefit from that, TJ.
For sure. I remember doing something like that as a kid, Joe. It was always so much fun when you got to do that and pick some presents out for your loved ones. We are tracking a cold front today, going to bring some big changes across the Ozarks. One of those being blustery winds, the other tumbling temperatures. We'll talk all about that and how far our temperatures will fall coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go away.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Jennifer Abreu, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist TJ Springer. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.